Outstanding. Outstanding job. Way to go. Beautifully done. You fucked it up. Before we dive into the content, I just want to make it known that I've heard every excuse under the sun as to why this was going to be bad. Misogyny, racism, men hate women, 40-year-old white dudes. Seriously, you don't think anybody else has anything better to do than go spend their hard-earned money to watch some bullshit for an hour and a half just to put women down? You think that's the case? I'm going to show you this right here. Pay attention. Every time you do shit like this, and then you say shit like this on top of it, you mess it up for women. You just mess it up. Because I agree, women need a superhero. Little girls need a superhero that they can follow. Like legit follow. You know what I'm saying? Like a for real superhero that they can look up to that kicks ass but has a really good story. Not for 1 second did any of you clowns think that maybe, just maybe, you told a bad story. Not once. You'd rather blame it on racism, on white people, on everything else, but what's right there in front of you? People want to see a good Marvel movie. But time after time, you just keep stepping on your own dick, just tearing it up, messing it up, and then blaming other people. You do this again and again and again and again. Just make a good movie. This movie suffered from a great number of problems. Number one, the very first problem that I see, Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, is too strong. That's why they made all them dumbass changes. That's why they had the characters switching back and forth. Because Captain Marvel is too strong. She's too strong. They should have been able to knock her ass out, and this movie would have been over in 5 minutes. But instead, no, we gotta keep changing places and shit. We gotta go back and forth, right? Because it's stupid. But only when the movie needs us to, because when it happens later on, it doesn't happen. Like when they're fighting later on, they don't switch. They just switch whenever the movie decides they should. The plot of this movie is a convoluted mess. A genuine mess. It doesn't make any sense. So here we go. This plot has to deal with this angry woman who is from I don't know, she's leading the Kree now, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. And now she's upset because Captain Marvel, who has been named or has been dubbed the Annihilator, has destroyed her planet because off screen, after the events of Captain Marvel first movie, she goes back to that world and she destroys the AI, which then in turn causes great war, which also in turn takes out the sun somehow. Don't know how, but it did. So they are all blaming Captain Marvel for the extinguishing of their sun, which is quite fitting actually, because it was the war that they had that somehow put out the sun, not what Carol Danvers did or what Captain Marvel did. She tried to free your people and you put out the sun. So it's quite fitting that the people who watch this film won't take accountability, and neither will the Kree. In order for the bad lady to do this, though, to reignite her sun and bring air to her planet, which her people still live on, apparently, I guess. I don't know what they're eating, but they live there. I'm not going to try and put science into a Marvel movie. It doesn't make sense. I'm just going to keep going, okay? So in order for this to happen, she has to have the other bangle. She finds a bangle on a deserted moon in space. And somehow Kamala Khan got the other bangle delivered to her in the mail from her grandmother. How? Who knows? Who gives a fuck? We're just gonna keep going. How did Evil Lady find out that there was a bangle 6 feet down on a barren moon, but she can't find it on a little girl's wrist? Number 2, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my God. Why, Sam? Why did you do this? Do you remember when Samuel L. Jackson was like this? And now they just got him holding kittens, which I will get to, by the way. You are not getting away, kittens. He was a bitch in this movie. He played the bitch in this movie. Like, and I hated that for him because I'm used to seeing him like in the face of danger. Like he was running after folks and giving orders and doing his thing. But in this movie, he cowers like in a chair, and Kamala Khan has to save him with like one of her shields or whatever. Which, it's fine if that's anybody else, but I've already seen his character. Like, we've seen what he can do. Like, he's not doing that. Number 3, which I would call the bullshit. Okay, you have Captain Marvel, who has her spaceship set up like a girl's bedroom, right? And then Kamala Khan goes and takes a shower. She's doing her hair, and then they try to figure out this whole switching powers thing while they're jumping rope. Jumping fucking rope! On top of which they try to stay up and give each other like goofy names. They're trying to figure out Danvers' friend's name. They're trying to Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel's trying to give her friend a name, a superhero name that she doesn't want to go for. This is just what I wanted to see, right? This is just what I want to see in a superhero movie. Then you got the cats later on, right? Bunch of kittens running around because that's what you want to see, right? Bunch of kittens running around in the space station, right? That's what you wanted. Girl power. That's what the fuck you wanted. That's what you wanted, right? This is patronizing. It's fucking patronizing to women and girls. It's fucking stupid. Do you see dudes in Marvel arm wrestling or shaving, to prove that we can do guy stuff in movies? No, it's fucking stupid. You have a hero and you have a situation that needs to be corrected, so the hero goes and saves the goddamn day, right? We're not we're not we're not measuring dicks or seeing who. Listen, I get it. I don't care how many times that you tell me no. Okay, you got the double Dutch thing. You got the kittens, right? And you got Valkyrie coming to get the helpless shapeshifters. You got Sam Jackson not living up to his potential as a crime fighter or someone who handles this on a normal basis, which is fine, right? But it's like a crackhead trying to convince me that he doesn't do crack by reminding me every 5 minutes that he doesn't do crack. It's the same thing. Like, it's in your face. It's in your face. I get it. But if you had just made a solid movie, no one would have given a shit about any of this. But you were so destined to stick all of this stuff in here and make this about girls and women instead of having a great movie with women leading it, that you fucked it up all the way up. Congratulations. You deserve all the vitriol that's coming your way. We're getting close to the end, I promise. So Sam Jackson's on a space station, which has been disabled. Why they don't have enough lifeboats for everyone to get off? I don't know. Probably for this exact situation. All of a sudden we find out that we have a bunch of little balls all over the space station. Turns out that they're cats, or a race of cats or something. I don't know. They all hatch at the exact same time, just in time so they can eat all of the scientists and get them all on a shuttle to get them off the base, or to get them off the space station. My God. I forgot about the singing planet. They had to go to a singing planet. They had to go to a singing planet where they only understand you if you sing, right? And then Carol's dancing with this fool the entire time, and they're sitting there singing to one another and singing back and forth, and there's dancing and shit going on. And then you only find out like moments later that this dude understands English, like he's bilingual. That's what the fuck this bitch said. She's bilingual. He's bilingual, and that he can understand her when she's talking to him. Why do we do this whole thing? Why? Now we've come to the end of this foolishness, right? And all three of them, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and the other lady, they are all fighting Miss Batty. Okay, they're fighting her, right? And they are getting everything that they can handle from this lady. Meanwhile, earlier in the movie, Captain Marvel was whooping her ass on the top of this ship. But that's neither here nor there. It's fine. So after that fight takes place, right? Uh, she she puts her hammer on top of Miss Marvel's head, and then she makes her take off the bangle that she got from her grandmother. She puts it on, and then for no reason at all, or at least a reason they didn't explain to me or anything like that, maybe it's in one of those shitty shows I didn't watch on Disney Plus, but I didn't see it. She puts on the bangles. It's too much power. She explodes. Not for Kamala Khan though. Kamala Khan puts on both bracelets and does her thing. She opens and closes portals at will. She just does whatever, right? No fear in her. She didn't think for 1 second that maybe she could die if she puts on this other bangle. But much like the rest of this movie, they don't explain shit. It just happens. So they have to close this rip in time and space that Miss Bad Lady opened up because she was going to suck the sun out of their galaxy and bring it to hers to make a new sun. And it didn't happen. They stopped her. She actually didn't stop her. She got the bangle and she exploded. That was the end of that. I feel like this movie never needed to happen. Not because of all the shit that I've explained. I just felt like an apology from Captain Marvel and an assist in trying to bring their planet back to life would have helped. Like, this didn't need to be a fight. It should have went like this. I'm sorry I caused war and all your water dried up. I got a cup on my ship if you want some. You mean it? I sure do. Hey, why don't I get that sun going for you again so you guys can eat real food? That'd be great, Captain Marvel. Thank you. It didn't need to happen any other way. This didn't need to happen. This was a fight that did not need to happen. Oh, fuck this movie. I don't understand how you could be this angry and not understand why people are so upset and then go see your movie. And that's 65% of men went to go see it. And you're shitting on men. Google is right there. It's right there. It's at your fingertips. All you got to do is type it in, before you start talking out of your ass. You should just look up things. It's fun. It's easy to do. All I'm saying is look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming people for your mistakes. Sit down, write a comprehensive story, something that makes sense. Nothing to do with kittens eating scientists to make room on a space shuttle. Okay? You should erase that, threw it away, and then start it over. Right? I think you're missing exactly what superheroes mean to people and what they are supposed to do. You have a literal gold mine at your fingertips, and you have the goddamn blueprint with Iron Man all the way up to Endgame. You could go literally look at any one of those movies, any one, and follow that goddamn blueprint and stop making up excuses, talking about superhero fatigue or any of that bullshit. People just want to see a good story with meaningful characters, okay? Come out of your bubble, stop lying to yourself, and stop calling people names. Just eat it, know that you made a shit movie, and then start over. That's all it takes, right? Know when you made a mistake, and know when to say, yeah, I messed up. I should have done better, because you should have. And people deserve better than this, especially for what it costs to go to movies nowadays. So start over, try again. I would even say try this again, right? But do better. Do better. All right, man. I love y'all. I love y'all to death. Let me know what y'all thought of this mess. And if you enjoyed it, I ain't gonna eat your lunch. Some people liked it. Some people liked it. Some people. I'll see y'all for next time, man. All right, y'all be easy. Later.